What's up, y'all? Donovan here with FretSpot. Holy cow, man. This Kingston Z from MTD is a killer of a bass. Really, really blown away. Honestly, so the order I've done these in so far is I started with the ZX5, which is like the top of the line in the Kingston series. Then I've done the Super 5, which is cool with the two humbuckers. And now I'm onto this bass, and I was kind of expecting a big drop down because of the change in electronics, which I'll get to in just a second. But I am really impressed with the pickups and the preamp on this thing. It's not as versatile as what you get on the ZX, but it is really good. It exceeded my expectations, to be honest with you. So let's go through what we've got here. So this is the MTD Kingston series. This is their import series. These basses are made overseas, shipped to the workshop in New York, and at the workshop there, they take the strings off, they inspect and adjust, intonate, and then put USA brand strings on, and then send those to dealers. And then when they get to me, we also inspect it as well. But so that's what these bases are. So it gives you some of that like DNA design influence from MTD, but at literally a fraction of the price. And the Z series is kind of like their top of the line series. These are the instruments that are most similar to a USA MTD, but at a lower price. So let's just kind of go through what we've got here. Essentially, this would be like the Kingston version of a 535, okay? So you've got 35-inch scale length bass and a 5-string. You have, if we stick with kind of the neck stuff, you have the asymmetric neck carve, so it's thicker on the bass side, thinner on the treble, so it feels really good in your hands while still offering rigidity and support. You've got a compound radius fingerboard. That's going to be 10-inch radius over here, up at the first position, down to 14-inch radius as you get here. So it basically means that it gets flatter as you move up the fretboard, which makes single note runs and everything easier and faster to play. Whereas like just holding grooves down here, everything's closer together and it's more rounded. And so it's just kind of easier to play over the fretboard here. If that makes sense. Once it flattens out, it's easier to do all the stuff around there. So for the woods, you've got this beautiful figured maple top. Not quite as crazy as what you'd find on the USA series, but a really nice top that's inlaid to the top. A really nice piece of mahogany for the body, and then a maple neck. And this particular model has the maple fingerboard. You can also get them with a laurel fingerboard, which the laurel is like a sustainable rosewood alternative. And matching headstock with the figured maple top up there as well. And this is, and I think this is the amber finish. I should do a better job of getting all of my notes together before I do this. So that's similar to the USA series. The other thing it has, of course, is the Buzz Feiten tuning system, which allows for improved tuning overall in all registers with the bass. Plus, if you play chords, those are also enhanced as well. And then it also has the zero nut, and the zero nut it essentially allows it where when you're playing an open string, that it sounds more similar to a fretted string. And I kind of test this in the demo you just heard, the bass line. Part of the bass line's played with fretted strings and parts played with open strings, just so you can kind of see like, wow, that's really close together and tonally speaking, whereas normally it would be a very big difference. Usually without a zero fret, when you play an open string, there's like this big ringing quality to it. It's just like it's louder and everything else, but passing over that fret, it's not quite as loud. It's more focused, just like all your fretted notes are. It's a really great feature. It's something I really appreciate and love. Wish that more instruments had it. Okay, the differences from the USA series. So instead of the custom MTD bridge, this is I believe a licensed hip shot bridge in this smoked chrome. And it is a quick string change bridge, so you just loosen the strings and it pops out down there. Otherwise, it's got the barrel style saddles there. It's fine. It does its job. Knurled knobs that are smoked chrome as well. Hip shot licensed tuners. They're the Ultralot style tuners. They work just fine. It's not as nice as the USA hardware, but it's not a thing that I would really, lose sleep over. And then the pickups, we've got these. They're not Bartolini's, but they're clearly kind of like Bartolini copies of the pickups and the preamp. And the preamp has the same layout as the USA series would. So you've got volume, blend, and then treble, mid, and bass. But you don't have any push-pull knobs for active, passive, or mid-frequency switching or anything like that. So other than that, it's pretty basic. But like I mentioned in the intro, the sound of these pickups is top-notch. I was really, really impressed with how good they all sounded. Plastic truss rod cover, plastic compartment covers, whereas on the USA series you'd get wood. So it's a really nice instrument, especially at its price point. This thing is fantastic. You get a lot of the design influence from Michael Tobias and the team at Tobias, but in a more affordable bass. Does this sound basically as good as a USA bass? No, not at all. No, it doesn't. Does it sound better than most other basses in its price point and class? Absolutely. Yeah, you've got to, I think in my mind, you've got to spend well over $3,000 to get a bass that would start to compete with how good this bass sounds and feels. If you can spend the $6,000 or more for a USA series, you do get better hardware, better electronics, better wood selection, USA craftsmanship, better finish. I think maybe I mentioned better woods, but like more exotic woods. Those things all do translate into a nicer instrument, but at 2 to 3 times the cost. So, and sometimes either that's just not in your budget, or maybe you are an MTD player, a USA player, and you're like, man, I just need a backup instrument. I need another instrument, or I need a 6 or a 4-string, but I don't want to put that kind of money into a USA series. These are great for that. Okay, so if you decide this is for you and you want one, here's how I'm handling the Kingston series through MTD. These are going to be available through the parent company I own, a FretSpot, company called Ernie Williamson Music. So I still own that company, but there's a team of people at Ernie's that will help fulfill orders and stuff like that. Makes it much easier on me for a bass in this price point than what I normally do through the FretSpot stuff, which is like, very bespoke kind of concierge level service. So you can go to erniewilliamson.com. In the search bar, type in MTD Kingston. You'll see the things we have in stock. We started with like a handful of pieces up front, and then we'll get more and more as time goes on. My intention is to eventually just kind of carry the whole Kingston line and offer them available for sale there. But these are really, really great. By buying from Ernie Williamson, by the way, you are still supporting me in the channel. You're supporting Mike Tobias, and you're still getting great service. Every single order that comes through Ernie Williamson, I personally see. And any of the base orders, I'll shoot you an email and just thank you for your order, and we'll be in touch that way. With the Kingston level basses, we're not doing any trades or anything like that, so my normal trade-in policies don't apply here. These are just straight up purchases. So if you've got instruments you need to trade or sell, that'll be on you to do that through Reverb or whatever. But yeah, I really love these Kingston series. Have you had a chance to play them? Let me know in the comments if you've played them, and if so, what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching.